The president and CEO of the Green Bay Packers, Mark Murphy, hopping out with us here. And Mark, thank you so much for coming out. Another banquet, really a great event here in the community.
Oh yeah, no, I love this event. It's kind of a rite of passage, and I think everybody that comes to it, it's a great chance to find out about all different kinds of teams across the state, and really enjoy seeing some of the high school athletes, and some of the accomplishments that they've had during their early careers.
So what's off season like for you? The season's over from you guys, the evaluation process and whatnot. What's Mark Murphy doing now?
Well, we're this last few off seasons we've been pretty busy on a couple of different things. Going back a few years with, I was pretty actively involved in collective bargaining, and that off season after 2010 took quite a bit of time. But over the last few years, we're doing a lot of work around the stadium. Just finished the south end zone last year. Now we're in the middle of renovation of the atrium. And if people haven't been to Lambeau Field recently, a lot of changes. You can't come in the atrium entrance anymore. You have to come in the Oneida Nation gate. But we're excited about it. I think by July we'll have a brand new pro shop. We'll have a new east entry gate. And really think it's going to be a big improvement for our fans.
I heard Commissioner Goodell kicking around the tires, maybe on a couple of rule changes. No more extra points. What are your thoughts on that one?
Well, it's something we'll study. I'm on the competition committee that acts as a rules committee, and that's something that we have looked at. It's gotten to a point our kickers are so good that it's almost automatic. I think this year there were 5 missed extra points out of over 1,200 attempts, and it becomes a safety issue. You do have a number of injuries on that play. I remember, I think it was 2008 or 9. Justin Harrell was injured on an extra point and missed the entire season. So you look at that, but I think the idea, if you go for 2 and don't make it, you take away 1. I know the one thing that would be eliminated is the fake extra point, so you have to weigh those things, and that's something where we will get input from coaches, because you want to make changes and improvements and make the game safer, but you don't want to really take away from what makes football so popular.
And one of the other big things, too, possibly another wild card team getting added to the fray there as well. Just kind of your thoughts on that and where that might be.
Yeah, that's something we have looked at. Right now, of the 32 teams, only 12 make it, and we don't. I don't think we want to get where. Not to criticize other sports, but it seems like almost everybody makes it. So if we did, the discussion would be 1 additional wild card team in each conference, so you'd have still be less than 50% of the teams, 14 out of the 32. And I would be in favor of it in the sense that it's a way to generate additional revenue, and if we can do that and then make changes in the preseason, maybe eliminate a preseason game, something along those lines, because our preseason really is not of a high quality anymore, and so I think that trade-off would be really positive for the fans.
I know one of the big interactions you guys had with the fans, you sent out the surveys with the tickets and with the playoff tickets. What were some of the findings there from the fans, and maybe some of the ideas moving forward with that?
Yeah, no, that we're still those are still coming in, so we're in the process of going through and evaluating them, and we want to hear from our fans. It's and it wasn't just on playoff policy; it's a number of different things related to. And it wasn't just our season ticket holders. We also surveyed people on the waiting list, people that buy single game tickets through Brown County, things of that nature, just to get a feel for what's important to all of our fans that come to games.
So what's the big key this offseason to heading into 2014? Get this team packed to where people want to see them, and it's playing for a Lombardi Trophy.
Yeah, I think we're always trying to get better. Obviously, it's a process that Ted and Mike go through every offseason. I know Mike, and he's one of the few coaches that I think does this. He meets one-on-one with every individual player, so he spends time, and I think it's really valuable information. Then he meets obviously with his coaching staff, and He gets a lot of information, and I think a number of different things we'll look at. Obviously, free agency. We have 20 of our players who are free agents. 17 are unrestricted. So, got to make some decisions there, and it's an important offseason for us.
Well, Mark, we really do appreciate spending a few minutes here with us at the press conference, and looking forward to hearing from you tonight, and thanks for coming out to this great event, all right?
No, it's my pleasure. And, it's just a great event, and really look forward to it every year.
Thanks again, Mark. Mark Murphy, the president and CEO with the Green Bay Packers.